My name is Pedro Campos and I'm the managing director of Caetano in Kenya. So basically we are going to bring two specific models of Renault trucks, the C and the T. Basically those are trucks that will have two different needs. One is the road usage and the other one would be the tough road usage. On a nutshell, this would be the starting point, but from these two models to a specific spec that you want to do it, we can do it all. It's just a matter of specifying the exact engine and the exact trim of the truck to the needs of the customer. We actually, it's something that is done, is ongoing, so it's not just a plan, it's a fact. The first kits will arrive in beginning of 2024, so within 4 months we will be assembling in here. The numbers are still under big discussions because one thing would be to assemble and for the Kenyan market, but we are still deciding to assemble to export outside Kenya and to supply the countries outside Kenya. And this would be a much bigger project. We like to start pole, step by step, but we want to be secure that we'll grow fast. I will not share numbers at this moment because most of all what we want to do is to assemble full CKD and go for the outside countries of Kenya also. I think for us, Caetano and Renault trucks, after sales is not only important, it's key. Okay? And it's so key that we first started by the after sales, so getting the parts in Kenya, and only after we got the parts, we started to import the trucks. For any kind of auto industry, the parts are essential. For a truck, it's like mandatory. You cannot stop a truck. A day stopped on a truck is a huge amount of loss for a customer. We cannot afford this. What are we going to do? We are going to have mobile units. So basically will be trucks that will have a full kit inside with the full specs to take care of a truck. The first unit will arrive most likely still during this year. Okay? And this will be a mobile solution that will go across the country. Alongside this, we plan to have a second workshop in the area of Mombasa, because as you know, Mombasa is one of the key points in terms of trucks, and we want to have a fixed point or a workshop maintenance in Mombasa. That also is a plan that we have for a very short period of time. We had the opportunity to be one of the sponsors of Africa Climate Summit. Okay? It's not with this brand, so I'm getting a bit out of the scope of Renault trucks, but we as Caetano, we are the first company that bring a new zero mileage car electric to Kenya. So all the electrical cars that you see in the country, or they are used or they came after us, and we are putting a lot of efforts on electrical vehicles. Coming to the scope of Renault trucks, you have seen Mr. Cyril today talking about electrical vehicles, so I do expect to have electrical vehicles, the big ones, here in Kenya as soon as possible. It's not, so Renault trucks is in Kenya for, I would say, several years. Okay? It was before with a different retailer and a different distributor, and now changed for Caetano in the end of last year. It's not the first time. Renault trucks know the market, and we Caetano know the market. So what we found in here, it was a kind of a sweet point, which is Renault is investing a lot in Africa and knows a lot about Africa, and we as Caetano also have a strong presence in Africa. So we looked at this as a perfect marriage, if you want to